If someone had told me I'd find love in a church, I would have laughed right in their face. Honestly, church was the last place I thought I'd stumble upon anything resembling passion, let alone romance. But that Sunday morning, sitting next to my cousin Tasha at House of Grace Chapel, I felt something I hadn't experienced in ages. I felt alive. Truth be told, I didn't even want to be there. Tasha had been pleading with me for weeks to join her for the service. "You need healing," she insisted. I didn't put up a fight. I had just gone through a breakup that left me feeling shattered, and my heart felt like it had forgotten how to beat properly. But when the worship wrapped up and a tall, broad-shouldered man stepped up to the pulpit with a quiet strength, everything changed. His name was Pastor Nathaniel James. He wasn't loud, but his presence filled the entire room. Clad in a simple black suit, with no flashy jewelry or over-the-top attitude, just a humble Bible and a voice that could hush the chaos around him. His sermon was called "The Danger of Looking Back." As he spoke, I felt every word wrap around my broken pieces, gently pulling them back together. But it wasn't just the message, it was him. His deep, commanding voice, his kind eyes, and the way he smiled when someone shouted, "Amen." He wasn't just preaching, he was truly feeling it. And then, it happened. His gaze swept across the congregation and landed right on me. I can't say how long it lasted. A second? 2? But it felt like an eternity. My breath hitched. My chest tightened. Something deep within me stirred a warmth, a spark, something I couldn't quite name and didn't want to admit. Because that was the exact moment I realized. I didn't come here to be saved. I came here to fall. I stepped out of the church that morning feeling dazed, as if I had just emerged from a dream I wasn't quite ready to leave behind. The car horns blaring on the road barely registered in my mind. Tasha was chatting away next to me, her voice fading into the background like a distant hum, almost as if I were submerged underwater. All I could focus on was his voice echoing in my mind, deep, powerful, and soothing. Pastor Nathaniel. The way he spoke felt like he had experienced every ounce of pain I had ever known. He said, "Some of us aren't broken because we're weak. We're broken because God is crafting something that pain must first prepare." Those words took root in my heart. I understood pain. I lived with it. And somehow, his voice felt like a soothing balm on wounds I had kept buried for far too long. Once I got home, I tried to brush it off. "It's just admiration," I murmured to myself while scrubbing the dishes. "You were just moved by the sermon, that's all." But deep down, I knew it was more than that. I had been to churches before. I had listened to passionate preachers. But I had never felt truly seen the way I did under his gaze. That night, I did something I hadn't done in years.